Okay, very good morning to everyone. Thanks for being part of this webinar on Creo and its capabilities. And I would like to go ahead with PTC solution as today's topic. So basically, this webinar is mainly concentrated for machinery builders, basically we call it as SPM builders. So let's see how PTC Creo will accommodate or will help machinery building organizations or the manufacturing companies to leverage and start implementing Creo solution so that their design work is smoothly handled, and then they are on time with their deliveries and so on. So before we start, I would like to ask Sriman to have a poll question before we start. Ima?
Yeah, Naresh, I'm launching one.
Yeah. So the polls are open to answer. I could see some good response coming in from the attendees. Please go ahead, and we will close the poll in few seconds from now. So yes, that's pretty decent response from the audiences. Thanks for your response. We will close the poll for now, and we'll get back to the main topic for this event today. And let's switch it over. So Creo, yes, PTC is already known in the market, and we are there since 1985 as a CAD OEM. We are the first one to be in the market as a parametric technology company in India and around the globe. So as a PTC statistics, global software company with 1.87 billion revenue as of fiscal year 2022. So we provide design, manufacturing, operate, and service things. Apart from that, leading industrial innovation platform and solutions. So we have a global network of 300K plus developers and 1K plus partners who are helping out to bring out some industry leading technologies to the market and help all the companies or the people out there who are into manufacturing and so on. PTC has recognized, yes, a milestone company, as I said or mentioned earlier. 1985 is what we founded, and 88 we launched as ProE, and ProE was one of the very popular solution or the CAD applications over the time, and then by 2011 this went on and we changed the name to PTC Creo with a lot of additions and a lot of technological updates into the software. PTC Creo is much more matured and much more easy to adopt or easy to work on. So as a strength, PTC strength, we have 6,000 employees and 2,000 in R&D, and as a community we have 750 plus partners, including software, hardware, value-added resellers, service, and training. And adoption, around 28,000 active customers, and there are around 1,919,100 active seats around the globe as of now. So coming to the main topic of today, as what or how PTC Creo would support as a product development. So basically, when it comes to a product development, so there are a lot of things which has to be considered, how to do or what to do, what is the requirement, what is the market study, and what is the demand in the market. A lot of things at the background before the product, a new product will be begin or we try to launch. So in this particular, after you get a requirement specifically saying that this is what I want to bring into the market, so the next stage is like concept stage. The design starts from concept. So it might end up with a white paper and a pencil, and we just go on sketching over it, and then we create an approximate shape or the size of that product, and then we go on getting our desired shape. After that, inside of Creo, what we do is we have something called as concept design module, which is very much exactly with what your pencil or a pen and a white sheet helps you to do that. So yes, PTC Creo also has that concept design option. After the concept design, there is the later stage would be a detailed design where everything is dimensioned, everything is constrained, everything is made to assemble in a perfect right manner, so that the product output would look like as realistic as we desire. So, and then next is simulation. So earlier, these two things, like as soon as the detailed design used to happen, and we directly used to manufacture and then test the product, whether it is properly assembled or is there anything changes to be made, and then a lot of testing used to happen on the real-time product. So over the period of time, so after the CAD evolved, and there was something called a simulation, where we call it under CAE, that is computer-aided engineering. So there is something called a simulation which evolved, and before trying and testing on the real time, so we virtually create the same environment, test it, and see the results, and do the changes what is required, and then go to the manufacturing. So this would help us in reducing the manufacturing cost for the trials, and then the time taken after the manufacturing, testing, everything. So simulation would help you to virtually design everything, look at the results, read the things, study what is required, what is not required, and then come out with an answer, and then the product is ready. And it's not the end of the stage. Then we also look at manufacturing, or we can say communication. Basically, communication is where which part is the like if you are giving up, or if you are launching a product into the market, there is something details should be given to the user. So what kind of assembly is, what is the first part, what is the second part, what is the material, all those detailings has to be given. So with the help of in the space of communication, PTC has a solution called as Illustrate. So where Creo Illustrate, we call it as, we can create design manuals, complete detailed report of assembly, everything can be created of that particular product. And apart from that, yes, we also have manufacturing solution. We are also part of that CAM space. We also have NC capabilities, CNC capabilities, G codes, M codes can be made inside of Creo. So NC machining is what we call as a Creo partner. So as a PTC overall, we have entire PLM suite of products. So product life cycle from the concept design to the end of a manufacturing, we have everything in under PTC Creo. So coming to the topics which we are going to cover up in the next 30 to 45 minutes is what I would like to show you is the concept design capabilities of Creo, and then the flexibility modeling, where you import multiple CAD software models and then start working or editing those models, which was not easy earlier, but with help of Unite technology within PTC Creo, we can modify, edit, do some changes what you require in a multicad on a multicad data. Apart from that, yes, we can create part modeling. Either you have a reference or you don't have a reference, we can start creating part modeling and do a simulation and study about that particular product. And then as a machinery designer, yes, sheet metal is one of the major part which has to be considered. And apart from that, then next is assembly modeling. Assembly modeling is where you have created all the parts individually and try to create that as a machine. Okay, and then we have as EFX. It is basically called for all your fastener system. And then mannequins is like virtual. You create a person or a model sitting in or standing in front of the machine, and how will he try to uh, operate the machine, and then whether the height of the machine and the mannequin or the person standing is proper or not. You can check all those detailing. So let's get into the option of PTC. Let me switch back the environment, and yes, I hope you're able to see my screen. So this is basically the data of the sorry, yeah, here is the model. So this is the data of existing customer who are using Creo and who have been successfully implemented and they have started working. I would like to show you the details of those companies. So this company is called as AG2S company. So they are into specifically building customized or special purpose missions, and then so they build around, after the adoption, they have around 2 lakh to 4 lakh personalized product into this company. And this is a real-time picture or the realistic machine after the CAD modeling. So this is where the rollers, everything is present. I would like to, there is a detailed demo of this as well. This is a complete assembly model along with the mannequin. Now, so this is the assembly, and before I start about the 3D, so I would like to show you a 2D representations of this. These are the different views: the top view, front view, and then the detail view along with the isometric view. So there is already a BOM which is already available. The total of 452 components is available in the entire machinery of what you are seeing at this. So it is completely divided into multiple sheets. So this is the detailing of that particular assembly, machine assembly. So let's get back and look at this particular. And so inside of Creo, we have different views where we keep it in a different view specifications, where it would be easy for us to switch between the views so that we can easily have a look at it at any point of time. So I would like to get back to the default mode, and then the first would be module would be, I would like to explain you about flexible modeling. So here is an example where we would like to do a flexible modeling on this particular part. So let's open up a new part. I hope you're able to see my screen as well as you're able to listen my voice. So if you have any concern, please raise a hand so that we can help you out on that. So that's there, and freestyle modeling, and this is the particular modeling, and this is where I wanted to create a part. So using freestyle, I would like to create this. And so if you have observed earlier, we used to call it as clay modeling, where you have some particular cube, and with the help of those cube, we try to get some sort of a shape which you can. I would like to adjust the orientation so that it will be easy for me to do. So I'll just created it, and there is the shape. So specifically use your arrows and whatever the commands you have, and with the help of your absolute UCS only, you will be able to create those extensions, extrudes, etc. So I would like to hide the other parts, and then I would see it's not only you drag and drop or push and pull. It is like you can add some material at any point of time whenever you require, and make this bit smoother than what you are looking at. I would like to stop at this area, and next thing is I would like to select multiple faces so that I can have some more editing options. So manipulate it, and then reposition. So I can make this a lot more slimmer so that it will be easy for use the weight of this particular handle. Okay, now just to push across. The next thing is just try to use this, just change the option, and here it is. I would like to squeeze more so that it looks much more slimmer, and you can wait for it. So this way I have some more material to be squeezed. So I'll just squeeze it some more so that it is on par to the shape what we desire to have it. So just look at the way how we are trying to design with Creo flexible modeling, and this is the area where I would like to have some more squeezing at that particular point and get some desired aesthetic shapes. So right, so this looks pretty decent for me, and I can say okay, come back. Now this is basically it will be in a surfacing kind of a texture or a model. So I would like to solidify and make this as a solid part. So just select it, and here you go. So after the part is solidified, you have this particular color which has to be observed, right? So that's about freestyle capability inside of Creo. Yes, there are a lot more things to be done or can be done with the help of freestyle modeling inside of Creo, right? Now let's jump into the next area where we would like to explore some more capabilities inside of Creo, and here is the part, or here is a sub assembly. Okay, and my requirement is to create an extension of this area and also have one more hole setup onto that. But now the challenge would be is this is a foreign body in the sense it's a non-Creo part. It is not created inside of Creo, but it's a multi-CAD part. I'm not sure which particular part is that, but still I would like to select and open this as an individual. Now with the help of flexible modeling inside of Creo, what are the capabilities? I can quickly this entire faces to the desired dimension or the length. So now I'm moving it in a one single direction. I still have an option to rotate it, but yes, I'm not interested to rotate it, but I would like to properly set a dimension of this length. So basically it shows as 25 mm, but I would like to extend it to 40 mm, right? Now that's how we extended the face. Now just imagine the same thing which used to be a nightmare when we try to import a other CAD software model. where we used to have only view manipulation where you can see, rotate, that's it. Apart from that, you could not do anything. But with the help of Unite technology inside of PTC Creo, the flexible modeling gives you the 100% freedom of modifying the external data or external CAD data. So now the next option is to have this particular pick these areas of this particular model, and then now I would like to create a copy out of it. So I want the original to be remained in the same position, but if I drag it, it should create another instance for me. Now it is not enough that I need to create another instance, but I would like to dimension it so that the proper position happens to be placed. So dimension, select and select here, and quickly it gives up or pops up a existing dimension what you have. Now this particular dimension is from the reference to the center point of the hole which you are seeing. Now with the help of dimensioning, what I would like to opt here is I would create a specific dimension so that the position happens to be proper, right? So with the help of 22.5 dimension, 5 mm, I would like to key in the value so that the position happens to be perfect, right? So it just reads every detail of that particular feature and then picks up everything which are related, the connected faces, the connected areas, everything will be sorted, picked up. And now if you look at it, so in both the directions, we have the holes created. Now, one last modification or the edit what we can do inside of this part is just double click on this. If it is a feature based, it will just help you out in recognizing what features are there. So again, I would like to increase 1 mm out of this particular height. So it just picks up the area, and here is it. And now you might have a question saying that what happens to the rest of the features? Yes, everything is updated, right? This is what the update is. Now let's jump into that particular assembly, right? As soon as we opened up the part, so we modified the existing one. At this particular time, we have that updated here. Now, if you would like to see a section view out of here, yes, there is the section view. Okay, now get into the default area. Now the next option here is we have some picture to be created. We have a sketch reference, but I don't have a part or a material created. Now with the help of revolve and then external references of the sketch, we can either create a solid face or a surface. So if you want to look at that, this is your surface and this is your solid. So now I can key in the value and say create the revolve feature. A cylindrical body has been created. Now the best part out of this is I need to create another feature, that is a cut feature here. So what I would like to do is I'll just copy the revolve and refer that into an internal sketch, and then I say remove the pattern. Fantastic. So just assume how quick or how fast you did this. So these are the small capabilities. You can think that okay, this is very small, but this creates a more impact when you are working on a bigger or a larger part or a number of features to be created. Now another feature to be added here, so external features to be added. So I would like to take an extrude and then get into the sketcher mode. So quickly I create, I create a model here, and then I have to place it right. So I don't want everything which I have drawn. I would like to trim it off. So trimmed off, and I would like to define the dimensions here, which has been automatically added. So that's one of the, again, pretty good option inside of PTC Creo. You need not worry about dimensioning. As soon as you create a sketch, it picks up the main driving dimensions. I mean today driving dimension in the sense, as soon as you try to modify, it will modify the dimension. So now I would like to keep this value as 15, and with the options, add a taper around 10, or else I can just key in the value here. So I would like to take that internally. Done. Yes, that's decent enough. So I would like to create an array out of this, or a pattern, which we call it, so that I have 4 different sides of it. And now you might ask a question, or you might have in mind saying that how do I remove the external internal things which is unnecessary or not required. So I'll just drag and drop this in the feature library. I'll just drag and drop it, and then it picks up the entire thing, right? So this is how the part is being created. There are a lot of things to be done again, but before that, let's create a drawing out of this and select this. Already, I would like to add a template defined for me, and here it is. So we have a template which is already created on at the back end, and I'm using that as a reference so that I can get the part which has been created. Now, what I would see is there are a lot of dimensions which has been defined under both views. Now, one quick or easy good thing is, which I like personally inside of PTC Creo, is I can shift one particular dimension from one single view to another view. So the 80 diameter which was there on the front view is now on the top view, so that the diameter is perfectly readable and creatable. Apart from that, yes, a lot of other changes can be, or a lot of things can be customized or added. So in this diameter 70, I would like to add some more detailing or tolerances, so that I can use it. So I'll use it, and I can say whole 7 as my customize. So here is it. Okay, so that's how I can go on customizing. So now, excuse me. Now the next option is to look at double click on this, so that you have lots of detailing options available. I can custom the scale, which is around 0.5 to 0.75, and say apply. It will pick up the things and update it. And like to have a section out of the current model or the current view. Yes, this is the reference model which I would like to showcase and apply it. So before I get out of the option or the command bar, so that I would like to show you is I can switch the directions of the arrow. So earlier it was downwards, and now it is upwards. So I would like to keep it in downwards and say done. Now, as soon as you created a section view, there is a hatch which has been created, but I would like to custom this hatch spacing, so that it will be much more easier for the visualization. Right. Now, one last thing to be added is general view. Say done, and then I would like to set standard isometric, apply. Okay, done. And would you like to show this in a shaded display? Yes, double click again, visible view display. I would like to share this in a slide. Okay, so one last thing is to have a detailed view. So a detailed view has been added here, and here's a detailed view. Now let's see how the update happens to the part before we get into the next things. So basically, I would like to add some rounds here to the edges which we have created as extension. So I'll keep it as 3 and say okay. Now I can also have a capability to create the pattern with whatever the dresser features we call it as a let. Now here is the update which has happened. Instant update happens and you are always there for you to create it, and I would like to present detail this with a dimension saying that our radius 3, and if you are switching it out for a diameter, you can switch it out with the diameter. Quick, easy and intuitive interface which lets you create your job easy in creating all your designs. Now getting back to the fixture part, yes, there are a lot of lot of options to be created inside this. Yes, already we have added the let, and I'll get back to the assembly. Right, the sub assembly has been updated. No worries. Now let's switch back to the main assembly, and yes, perfect. Here is all the points. Now already we have placed this, but we would like to add some fastener system to this particular assembly. How would I use it? As with the help of intelligent fastener system, what is available inside of Creo, I would like to create a fastener system to this particular parts. So I would like to take this a DIN standard with 8.8, and I would like to specify it 8, and then create a counter bore so that you can extend the length, or else I can automatically make a detection and create it. So I would like to keep it as 25. Say okay, and yes, assemble fastener to all the instances. Yes. Okay. Yes, probably the diameter would have been yes. So we can create delete this again and add this of this and assembly interface. I'd like to select the point and then the face. It's done, and keep this as automatic, and I would like to place this as DIN 8.8. Like it as a screw. There it is, and emit. Auto bore, select this. Yes. Okay. Oh, so there is some issue there, no problem. So no worries, let's retrieve the existing session which was closed abruptly. This doesn't happen for some reason. It might happen very rarely. I see this issue. Because we didn't save the thing, so that's the reason it is not updated. But yes, I have a part which is already created. I would like to open that part and see is that New fixture part. Yes. So open. So as soon as you create a intelligent fastener system, the one good thing about intelligent fastener system is the moment you add the part, the hole, if the hole is not defined also, it will define the hole for you. Okay. Now let's get into the applications and say simulate it. I would like to simulate this model. Yes. And tools. Okay. Applications, simulate, and then okay. Fixture part. Let's pattern. Okay, open and then go to applications, simulate. Okay, so I think that's it. So basically what we used to happen is let me close this assembly itself so that I can open the part in a better way. The part, open. Okay, so this is the part and get into the application, simulate, and yes, already we have defined the model and the results. Okay. So basically what used to happen is the moment you get into the simulation mode, it will ask for the material, and as soon as you add the material, then you need to define the loads. We have multiple loads conditions here, and as soon as you finish up the adding the load, then you can define the constraints, which particular part or which particular area has to be constrained, so that you fix that particular area and then apply the load based on that. As soon as you see the things, then the result will be out for you. Okay, so due to some technical issue, I could not open up it. No problem. Now let's get into the new assembly again. Probably I opened up a completed part, completed assembly. Let's open up data, new. Okay, so let's pick up the part, and then we will. In this next example, I would like to show you here's to on the sheet metal part. So we have a sheet metal part which is already here. Let me select this and open this. So this is one particular sheet metal bracket which has been created, and I would like to add a few more features to that. So with the help of flat inside of Creo, so I would like to create a flat. So inside of flat there are different types of shape. I would like to add different types of shape and understand the shape before you say yes to the current model or the feature. Now here I have different dimensions. I would like to make this as 6 or 8 mm, and I would like to create a gap of 4 minus 4 here, and -4 here as a reliefs, and yeah, the bend is okay for me. And different types of bends, you want it to be internal or you want it to be out of the area, or how do you want to be? So that all depends on your requirement. I can switch in the value anytime as I require. And also you have bend allowances and other reliefs. So I can upfront, I can create the bends because we have taken it as an external. You are not able to see it, but if you look at the position here, yes. Now, if you have selected upfront, this would be the shape. So I would like to say yes, and your flat is created, right? So now another quick and easy option for all the sheet metal developers or sheet metal builders is, so you can copy the feature and can just take a reference and paste it. Yes, perfect. I placed it, done. So major option or the criteria which everyone looks at sheet metal is the flat pattern. So inside of Creo, we have flat pattern, and we could see as a separate window, and we could also see the flat dimensions as such. Now, what I would like to do here, or ask you people to observe is, just observe, as soon as I try to modify the angle of the bend, so see the dimensions which is instantly updating. Okay, so this is the capability of Creo. Some of the CAD softwares might restrict this, because as soon as you create a part, it is already created at the back end, and you need to do the changes and then you need to update the model. So, but since in Creo it is not in that way, so instant update for all your patterns is available, so that you need not worry of creating the updates, right? So 72.75 and 595 is the flat length which I could do here. Quick, easy, and created. So here is my update, but probably I would made a mistake of making it inside bend. But I would have taken it as the outside bend, it would have come up to us. So the next topic I would like to show you is kinematic study. Basically, adding before that, I would like to switch the views so that I have right. So this is the assembly which I would like to work, and look at the components which moves. So there is a rotary movement here, and also there is a parallel movement here. Now let's have one more part that is fully have to assemble. One of the beauty of Creo assembly is, as soon as you bring up the part, it is all ready to make your job easy, so that it gives you an option to assemble. So as soon as I'll not get into the much detail of what command or what option we are using it, and I would like to define directly with whatever the constraint I would use. Here it is, and this particular face to be assembled at this particular face. Perfect, and here it is. Right, now let's go back to the analysis, and you can also do a motion analysis where your part will be created to understand the motion analysis, but let's have a mechanism first. Okay, so what I would like to do is I would like to add a belt onto this two roller pulleys, and here it is added, and I would like to create a part so that a belt is being created as a part so that my part list would be updated here. And this particular belt is a user-defined feature. So inside of Creo, which I would like to show you, and then the belt is already selected. Say OK, and here it is. Like this. Okay, I think belt part is added. Probably add a belt. Let me add this. Okay, so it will add a belt, and then the belt part will be selected as a part. Okay, so this particular user-defined feature capability is available inside of PTC Creo. So we are nearing, there is a shortage of time, so I would like to showcase one last example, that is about creating a frame structure inside of PTC Creo. So there are a lot of standard material library, as you know, and there are also a lot of material library available for frame selections. So frame types and frame standards are available. You just need to pick up which standard you want, and then go ahead with picking up the area which you would like to arrange the frames. Okay, there is already a drawing or the sketch which is defined. I'm just trying to select the references, and it starts creating the frames for me. And then I can also have a vertical and horizontal structures with place, and also diagonal to strengthen the vertical lines. I would like to have a strengthening feature or the strengthening structure or the frame, which I can place it diagonally across the structural frame. So I would like to pick up the sketch easily and place it. Now the next thing is to move the profiles and combine those edges and make it a closed ends. So I would select the parts or the structural frames and say join, and it joins up and creates the ends in a better way. So I'm just selecting again on the other features. Yes, so it has been now properly fixed as a shape, and now again I would like to create the ends in a better finishing. So the edges are now pretty much opened, or so I would like to select the other end and these two ends that it fixes at one particular position. Okay, a lot of detailing has been added, and apart from that, if you look at the diagonal frames which we have given, that is actually overly positioned, or it is moving above the part. So what we would like to have is we can add the joints and refer that particular joints to be made in a better way, so that I can fix it the joints. So I would just refer those edges and the next particular face, so that it fixes or cuts the frame based on the selection. Right, few more, and here you go. So this is about your adding structural frames, and also I can attach few more plates for the help of welding. So there is something called as element definition inside of Creo frames. So I would like to attach an external material so that it will fit or it will be used for welding, creating a weldments. So all corners have been added, and after I add the things, I would come back to the main assembly and have a look at the structural frame after the frames. And now here it is. And one last is the mannequin. We have added the mannequin, and I would like to get into the mannequin and use the variations or reach or study the reach. So basically we call it a study the reach, so that I can raise the hand and keep it to that handle, and that particular height we can study. So if we think that the position of the hand or the mannequin is pretty height, so I would see that okay, there is a lot of stress which is added. What I could do is I can go back to the structural sketch and then modify the table height, so that the person who is standing in front of the machine or who is operating has some more freedom of or flexibility down there to work. So that's about the capabilities of mannequin and the entire PTC Creo. So I would like to summarize the today's topics. So summary is challenges. Yes, 3D concept and visualization is difficult. Benefits, ease of use inside of PTC Creo. Handle multiple CAD formats was a difficult part. Now with the help of PTC Creo, user friendly and cost effective. You need not worry about translators or getting some other external neutral formats to import the data. Edit 3D models supplied from the suppliers, either CATIA or step formats. Yes, accelerated detailed design. Design reuse or increased design efficiencies. Yes, design cycle time will be reduced. You know, as I said, there are small features, or you just copy and paste, and then that reduces a lot of time. And to check fit and function, yes, minimize prototype cost and time, so that you can visualize and you can analyze whether this assembly is perfect or not. And paperless visualization, yes, we have a lot of improvement in the efficiency to collaborate and minimize the rejection and scrap. So that's about the summary, and thanks for your time listening to these demonstrations. I would like to open the poll, open the audience to have for any questions. Any questions, you can type in, or you can raise your hand, so that particular person will be unmuted so that he can ask the questions. Any questions so far? If you have any personal questions, yes, after the session you can reach us, you can send us a mail,